not with a bang, but with a bit of a whisper, the Bad Batch comes to an end, and I quite enjoyed the finale. I didn't love it. It didn't go the way I expected it to at all, to be perfectly honest, but I very much enjoyed it, and the final scene, like the final 5 minutes of this show, was just lovely. Really liked it. I can see people not liking it because it doesn't connect to the next big thing straight away. I can definitely see that happening. Anyway, we're gonna go through my bingo card that I made last week, and it is terrible. I did so bad because I tried to pick what I thought would be like the most like cliche, oh, this is gonna happen type things, and I was very, very wrong on a lot of it. So let's go through. Batcher dies. She did not die. Was barely in the thing. CX02 is nobody. We get a tick for that one because thank God. Emery sacrifices herself. I did not expect her to survive the finale, and she did, so I was actually pretty psyched with that. Rampart does not betray the batch. I don't know, like, I was going back and forth. I thought he might have been the one to destroy Necromancer at the end, but he didn't. I loved the way he went out, though. I thought it was very, very good. It was satisfying. Tarkin appears, yes, he's such a prick. Wilhelm scream. I didn't hear one in there. There could have been one, but I didn't hear it. When have we ever followed orders? I don't think anyone said that. I don't believe that. Tech is not alive. I get another tick for that one, though. Thank goodness for that. Now, Project Necromancer Corrupted. I'm going to give myself a tick for this one because, like, the whole project was, like, sort of wiped out and they got to start from scratch. It's not what I intended when I wrote this. When I thought it would be, like, this would be what mutates into a Snoke-like thing. But I've got so few things correct that I just want to give myself another stamp. The final shot is of Palpatine. Didn't happen, didn't even appear. I thought he would actually appear in the episode, but he didn't. Omega uses the Force. No, not even kind of close. Zillo Beast eats Hemlock. I wanted this to happen so bad. I was waiting when they were on that bridge. I thought it was going to come up and like snag Scorch or something. Or I was waiting for when he fell off the bridge to get like snapped out of the air by him, but no. Bad Batch, free spot in the middle. Omega is the sole survivor. Nope, not even close. Echo dies. No. Rex and Clone Rebellion spin-off. No, not even close. Quinlan Voss appears. No, that was my pure fan service hope. Sid returns. I was legitimately a little bit surprised at that one. I actually was surprised that Thee wasn't in the episode as well. Crosshair sacrifices for Omega. No, didn't happen. Grogu. No, not even close. Scorch does something. I can't even give myself a tick for that. I don't think Scorch did anything. I think he was completely wasted. But, you know, it is what it is. No Snoke. Tantus destroyed. I'm going to give myself that one because the facility was destroyed, I guess. Ventress reunites with Omega. No! Didn't happen. Everyone convinced me online that Ventress and Omega would team up together at the end of the series. And I was just like, oh, yeah, actually, no, yeah, I believe it now. So I got completely, like, I bought into it after people kept saying it. And I'm happy it didn't happen, because I didn't want them to go down the route of, Omega is Force sensitive and begins training under Ventress and that. That's why I had Omega uses the Force, because I was like, oh, they're gonna do it, aren't they? So I'm really glad that they didn't, because I feel like we just went through that storyline with Sabine in Ahsoka, and I didn't think we needed to retread it again so quickly. So no Ventress, and Emery KOs Skolder, and it wasn't Emery that did it, it was the droid. So, a pretty piss poor attempt at bingo. I will do another one of these for Tales of the Empire, which is coming up this weekend. Is it Friday? No, it's Saturday, I think it's coming out. When's the 4th? Saturday here in Australia, so I think it's the 4th that's coming out. But I'll do another one before that gets here. But yeah, overall though, the Bad Batch as a whole, as an entire series, I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. I think it had its fair share of, your adventure of the week and then your overarching plot things. I do think it made some missteps, especially this season. For an entire season about, or not about, but having it as the backdrop of Project Necromancer, I was disappointed that they still don't want to pull the curtain all the way back over it, where it's like, look, we all know what it is. We all know that Project Necromancer is to clone and preserve Emperor Palpatine in the event of his death. And this leads straight into Rise of Skywalker. The Mandalorian's already tying into it as well. We know what it is. No offense to general audiences or like the less casual Star Wars fans, but sometimes the audience does need to be told stuff because sometimes the audience isn't very smart. There are people, and I've seen the posts, asking what Project Necromancer is. Today, post-episode. The episode's been out for like an hour and a half, and people are still asking, what's Project Necromancer? They didn't reveal what that was. And so, like, people can connect the dots. I do think it would have been worthwhile for them to be like, hey, here's what it is. Maybe in that scene with Rampart, to be like, so this is what Project Necromancer is. I think it could have been beneficial just to everything at large to just spell it out for people. We know what it is, but some people need that little push with it. So I thought they should have maybe actually talked about that. Someone asked me, was I upset that no one died? No, not upset, because I never actually... I don't believe that death should be the only thing that has stakes. You know, people are always like, oh, for something to have stakes, people need to die and be killed off. And I'm like, I don't necessarily agree with that. I did think that of everyone in this episode, I do think perhaps Wrecker maybe should have died, because he did just take so much damage in this episode in particular. And so for him to come out unscathed, and they just made a point to be like, oh, we're out of med packs, and, you know, Wrecker's like huffing and puffing and like, oh, the entire time. And he just took so many hits. And so for him to not go out, I was a bit like, probably maybe could have done something there, but I'm also like, I'm not upset at it either. I wish they were throughout the season a bit more. I like to call them the Badder Batch, the four like CX troopers that appeared towards the end, like with the swords and the staff and the spear and stuff. They were awesome. I would have loved them to be a recurring threat throughout the season. The CX troopers that we did get were cool. CX-02 was cool. But, like, man, they were really cool. I would have loved to have seen them a little bit more this season. But yeah, overall, I was pretty happy with it. Again, things did not go... I did expect it to be a lot more doom and gloom, so I'm actually quite surprised that they went with a... Not happy ending, but... Well, it is a happy ending, but it was a little bit bittersweet. But, I don't know. I expected something different, but I'm not upset at what we got. That's just what I'll say. But I very much enjoyed it. If I had to like give it like a rating, like from A to F, it's probably around a B. Like if it was in like a tier maker, it'd be solidly in the B somewhere. But now we look to the future. We have Tales of the Empire, all 6 episodes coming out this week. Very excited for that. We have Star Wars Celebration tickets going on sale on Friday. But anyway, thank you for watching. If you made it this far, make sure you follow me here. I love talking about Star Wars. I really liked The Bad Batch, and I can't wait for Tales of the Empire. And I'll see you in the next video, guys. May the Force be with you. Always.